Team Fortress 2 weapon generators are websites that allow you to create a brand new hypothetical Team Fortress 2 weapon with a random set of stats. For this video, Alan and I sat down and talked about 20 randomly generated Team Fortress 2 weapons to see how good they would be if they were just dropped into the game as is. Now, this concept was inspired by Great Blue and Fishstick on a Stick, who have recently done several similar videos, so be sure to check out their videos as theirs are much longer and go into much more depth than we do, as they just know the game better than we do. So, I hope you enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. Alright, we are back, once again, ranking randomly generated Team Fortress 2 weapons. Just so you guys know, we're recording this literally right after the last one we did, because we just had a lot of fun doing it. So, it's possible we may do more in the same day. So, we're gonna have a couple at the very least. Maybe, I'm not sure, it depends. Don't quote us on that, in other words. But, if you guys saw the last video, you guys probably already know what we're gonna be doing here. So, in other words, just in case, we're taking 20 randomly generated Team Fortress 2 weapons and discussing them, whether or not they would be game-breaking, overpowered, meta, on par with whatever the character already has, decent, usable, weak, or worthless, based on what's already in the game. Everybody good? I'm going to hope you guys said yes. So, we're going to get started with weapon number 1. A soldier primary that does 50% has a 50% damage resistance while your healer is at full health and enemies can see your HP. I think this is decent. Like,
well, hold up.
That's well, if I'm call me stupid in the comments if I'm wrong. That's like what, 30%. So what's 15% of 300? Wait, you're being pocketed. So basically, what's 15% of 300? So 300 times 0.15. So that's 45. So basically, you'd have 45. So basically, you'd have 100. You have 345 effective health while you're being pocketed. Basically, if your healer is at full health. So if your healer isn't at full health, there's no downside. But if enemies can see your HP as a soldier while you have extra health. So I think this is decent because it is just stock rocket launcher.
You couldn't use this with the escape plan.
No, if you're using it with the escape plan. No, well, honestly though, if you're using it with the escape plan, you're pretty much already dead if you pull the escape plan out in sight line of an enemy.
True.
So I think this is decent because, like, obviously the stock rocket launcher is better because, like, 15% damage resistance. You already have overheal, so like it's not that impactful. But there'd be reason. Actually, honestly, it might be on par with best in slot because there's not really a reason not to use this because, like, enemies can see your HP. Yeah, if it's like a sniper or something, yeah, that would be bad, but it wouldn't be like horrible.
Yeah.
How much impact would that actually have? Because people are still trying to kill you regardless. Like, the only big difference is that medics might be more aggressive if you're low, or snipers will try to focus you a bit more. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is on par with best in slot, actually. Like, because it literally is just the stock rocket launcher, but sometimes you have a damage resistance, and people might be more aggressive towards you. Like, that doesn't impact your actual effectiveness.
I say this is decent.
I guess I could concede decent. Alright, next up we have a sniper secondary. All debuffs user applies last 30% longer. +1 capture rate on wearer. Vulnerability to fire. So Girardi lasts for...
What is fire vulnerability?
Fire vulnerability?
Oh, you mean like pyro fire, not like
yeah. Oh, wait.
fire gun.
Yeah. Wait. This is a secondary. You can't equip Girardi. So you can use it with the Sydney Sleeper, I guess. But, like... +1 capture rate, that's kind of a useless upside on Sniper, though. Like, okay, unless you're, like... If you use it with the Huntsman, and you're constantly getting, like, lit arrows... I say this is usable but weak. Like, this isn't useless, but, like, this is...
I agree.
That was fast.
Yeah.
Alright. Weapon number 3. A soldier primary that looks really cool. Target knocked airborne by this weapon will be susceptible to guaranteed melee crits.
Hmm?
So if it's in the air and you hit him with a melee weapon, it's guaranteed to take a crit.
Melee crit.
Okay, that's kind of a nothing upside.
I mean, I guess if you shot them up and rocket jumping up to them.
And hit them in the air, like that'd be a good clip, like.
Yeah.
And 75% lower reserve ammo.
This is just terrible.
I think it's usable.
This is worthless.
Okay, on defense, if you're sitting next to an engineer, it might be pretty good. No, because it's just it's worthless. This is worthless.
Yeah,
because
it's worthless.
like it's a cool combo tool, but you have to shoot them, and it doesn't say that it knocks people airborne. It says if they're knocked airborne, they take guaranteed melee crits. Yeah, this is worthless. Okay, number 4. Demo Man Primary. This is a backpack. 90% healing from all sources. A small blast is created whenever the user is ignited.
This is insane.
Imagine this being pocketed by a quick fix medic. Or just a medic in general.
This would be great for sticky things.
Yeah, like, oh my god, you put on the Wii, you put this on, and then you, like, sticky spam or whatever. Oh, this, though. You're giving up the Wii booties, though. Oh, wait, imagine this on demo night. Like, basically, instead of having, like, you have packs. So imagine this with, like, Claymore Tide Turner demo night. So you're taking more damage, but you can erase that damage almost. Or with the Persian Persuader.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this. Okay, so
the only thing it just makes Pyro better against you, though.
What? Oh, whenever you're ignited, that just means you blow. It means that you. I'm assuming that means it just damages everybody, including enemies in range.
Yeah.
So basically, Pyros can screw over their teams by accidentally igniting you. I think that this is decent. Like, it's not better than the booties, but it's something like if you're being pocketed, like this is insane. But
yeah, if you're being pocketed, and
actually, I mean,
on par with best.
Yeah, I think this is on par. Like, I'd say this is on par with the booties. I'd say. Okay, we're going through these kind of fast, way faster than the last one. We're getting the interesting stats, I guess. We have a medic melee, can see enemies' HP while active. Every third hit deals only one. This is just a worse version of the Solemn Vow.
Yeah.
Because you have to have it out to see enemy health, and you can't defend yourself reliably. Worthless.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're already on number 6.
Yep. All right. Sniper Secondary. Plus 20% max HP on wearer. So basically, you have
Plus 29%.
20 max HP. So basically, you go up to 145.
Okay.
All
It
receive.
should have been 25 and just done 150.
Yeah. All receive debuffs flip into buffs. 7% damage vulnerability for every nearby teammate.
So basically, this encourages snipers to go by themselves.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I think this is. I say this is decent because, like, okay, so you have 145 HP, and you can't be lit on, and being lit on fire, which is like a main counterplay to a sniper besides another sniper, heals you. And the vulnerability doesn't matter if you're not nearby a teammate. And even if you do have a vulnerability, you have to be by 2 people. You have to be by more than 2 people for it to overcome the extra max health you have. I think this is decent because it's not better than Girardi, but like of the backpacks, I think this is on par with the Cozy Camper. Like,
yeah, I agree.
It's like a side grade to the Cozy Camper.
This is best in slot.
No, because best in spot is Gelati.
On par.
On par. Well, that's Girardi, though. You're saying this is equal to Girardi?
Yeah, because the extra 20 health.
No, that's still not.
You don't die to direct hit rockets.
That's true, but you still die to quick scopes and backstabs, which is your main counter as a sniper. Like, if the direct hit is your biggest problem as sniper, you've got other problems. Like
I'm just saying this would be good for like snipers that are like in a spot by themselves, because this means that they could survive a pyro attack.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, the cozy camper kind of lets you do that for all classes, just less, or the danger shield. I think this is decent because, like, the backpacks are not better than Girardi, so this is on par with the backpacks. Those are not the best in slot. I think this goes in decent.
I agree.
Okay. That was a little better.
Yeah.
Except we have a pyro primary. Air blast can now be charged, causing a small explosion when fully charged. You are no longer immune to afterburn.
Oh God.
What? So okay, hold on. Explosion. So does that mean that, like, instead of like blasting forward, it blasts in all directions?
Then you would extinguish yourself.
No. Away from you doesn't mean you extinguish. You extinguish everybody around you. And it heals you for each of those.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think this has to go in question mark, and like we don't have enough info because, like, the explosion. What does the explosion do? Is it like a bomb? Is it an air blast explosion? Because, like, if this was like an air blast explosion, it extinguished everybody around you and pushed enemies away and projectiles, like sticky bombs, for example.
Exactly.
But like a small explosion, does that mean that it's like a bomb, like a rocket explodes?
I have no clue.
Yeah, and also you are no longer immune to afterburn. Like, as a pyro, not being immune to afterburn is like being immune to afterburn is one of pyro's biggest advantages, and like that's gone. No, that the explosion air blast is not, like, depending on what it is, even if it at its best,
I agree,
it would not be enough to come back for not being immune to afterburn.
Yeah, the afterburn thing is like absolutely insane because you would absolutely lose every pyro duel.
Yeah. Because even if you survived it, you'd still be on fire. Okay. We have a scout secondary. It's a
Throwable weapon.
Okay, so it's a football. So I'm going to assume, throwable weapon. So I'm going to assume this is like the cleaver. So it does 50 damage on hit and has the really fast cooldown.
Throw at your enemies to deal damage. 2 throwables instead of 1. What?
Oh, so it's like a clip. You basically have a clip, and you get to throw 2 of them, and each one does 50 damage.
Plus 50% faster recharge time?
Oh, so it's faster than the cleaver. So this recharges in 2.5 seconds.
Okay.
So
plus 15% damage vulnerability while launched by airborne explosions, grapple hooks, or rocket packs.
So if you get knocked in the air, you take more damage. But counterpoint, you have basically an infinite supply of 50 damage projectiles. They're the fastest projectiles in the game.
This would be the meta because Scout is terrible at long range.
No, honestly, I think this is game breaking because think about it. Like, these recharge instantly, and you can do 100 damage every 2 seconds from any range.
That's true because you have 2 of them. By the time you're done throwing the second one, you already have another one.
Because you have a clip, basically.
Exactly.
I imagine this like the Vaccinator, where you have multiple charges.
Yeah.
So basically, this is a cleaver.
Or like the rocket, the jetpack.
Yeah, it's like the jetpack and the Vaccinator, where you have multiple charges. Basically, you just throw this, and you throw a second one, and then, like, by the time you've already thrown them, you've already got 2 more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can do 200 damage in less than 5 seconds with this.
Yeah, this is game breaking.
I don't know about game breaking. Honestly, yeah, this might be game breaking because Scout being able to just show up from any range, just spam out a soldier.
If Valve adds anything, it'll be this.
I really hope it's not this. This is horrid. Like, this will be horrid. Imagine you get up to a scout as a soldier, and then he just starts spamming these. Like, imagine you spend, like, rocket jump up to him, so you're, like, half health. He throws both of these, which he has at all times, even if they're not on the ridiculously short cooldown. He just kills you instantly. Or he can kill a medic with 3 clicks from any range. This basically turns Scout into a slightly slower sniper. The only downside to this would be that if the pyro reflected it, it would do 68 damage to whoever it hit. But like this, you have a long-range spam tool. Also, if you get launched, you're gonna die if you get launched in the air as Scout anyway.
Yeah,
and
because you can't really go anywhere.
And he can double jump out of it.
Yeah.
I think
this is game breaking.
Yeah, I think this goes in game breaking. This is busted. This would be one of Scout's best weapons. Okay. We have a medic melee. 65% damage against buildings.
When would medic attack a building?
User is marked for death while for 3 seconds after dealing a crit.
This is worthless.
Um,
The only use for this would be pocketing a cow mangler soldier. This is worthless. Why would anyone use this?
Yeah, for using a crit, medic gets a lot of crits, and it doesn't mean killing someone with a crit. Dealing a crit, you mark yourself for death.
Exactly. This is worthless.
Yeah, this is horrible. This is one of medic's worst melees, and that's really saying something. On top of the opportunity cost of the Uber Saw.
Exactly, yeah.
Good God. Okay. We have a Scout Primary. Mini crits targets launched airborne by explosion. Okay, so basically just the reserve shooter for Scout. All debuffs last twice as long.
This is usable, but because there's no real there's not a terrible downside, but there's not a good upside.
Imagine getting hit by a scorch shot flare and being on fire for 16 seconds as Scout.
Yeah, that would absolutely be horrid.
But if you pair it with the candy cane.
But I mean, when does Scout launch people?
Or if you use it
in
with
the
the
air?
bonk. You could use it with the bonk or the
When
mad
does
mill.
Scout launch people in the air?
That's true, but like,
The only thing that can do that is the force nature, and that's a primary.
yeah. But here's the thing: like, if you see like a pyro like using the jetpack to jump towards you, or you see like a rocket jumping soldier or demo man, or like your soldier knocks a medic in the air, like. In other words, it's just the stock scatter gun, but you have to use bonk or the mad mill, basically.
I mean, most Scouts use that anyway.
Yeah, and also think about it, like most of Scout's primaries are crap anyway.
This is decent. It's cool enough to have it something new.
Yeah, like it also like you're comparing it to the backscatter.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know if this probably wouldn't be worse than the backscatter. Like,
yeah, I agree.
So I'd say this is decent. Okay. Next up we have a soldier secondary. Adaptable. After being hit by a crit, all following crits received during the fight deal half of the non-boosted damage. Okay, we got the stat in the last episode. Basically, what this means, if you take a headshot, you don't take 150 from a quickscope or something. You take 75. You take 25 damage from like a quickscope.
Yeah.
Or 75 damage from a fully charged headshot, which like.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Heal up to 5 HP per second while out of combat. So this is basically
like the conch, but better.
This is a better Conqueror. All healing received is decreased by 30% while recently in combat. Recently in combat.
This is usable.
But it has its own health regeneration though. Like this is
but that doesn't outweigh that because.
But here's the thing though. You have this, so you can heal with this into supplement packs and medics. Like you can't not be healed by a medic. And if he's using the quick fix, it doesn't really matter.
True.
I think that this is a good roamer soldier weapon because, like, yeah, but this is while recently in combat. So if you've recently taken damage, but then again, you also have the health regen, which ramps up more than the Conqueror.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I say that this is on par with best in slot. No, I say this is decent because it's not better than the Conqueror because it has team support.
Yeah,
and it doesn't have the healing downside. Okay. But I think this would be a good So if you have no medic and your team isn't worth buffing, then this would probably be useful.
I agree.
Okay.
Because, yeah, you're right.
Okay. Next up we have a Demo Man Melee, or a Demo Knight Melee.
This weapon has a large melee range, so I'm assuming like the Islander.
And deploys and holds. So basically standard Demo Knight sword.
Okay. Bleed for 8 seconds.
Okay, so you hit someone and they bleed.
We also had this on the same thing, so
yeah.
80%
holster and deploy and or reload speed while being healed by a medic.
This is worthless.
Actually,
it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, but it doesn't necessarily not do anything either.
Richard.
Okay, look, here's the thing. This is a Demo Knight melee, so a guaranteed melee crit with that applies damage over time. So if you hit a soldier with this, the soldier is guaranteed dead, even if he's wearing the battalion's backup.
Wait, why?
Because of the bleed damage. The guaranteed crit does 195, and then 8 damage per second.
When does it do a guaranteed crit?
A Demo Knight charge. You charge because you're using this with a shield usually. So you like, and also since you just always have it out in full Demo Knight, it has no downside because you're not switching weapons as full Demo Knight. Like, the downside literally means nothing if you're playing Demo Knight, and that's only if you're being healed by a medic as Demo Knight where you're not switching weapons anyway. So this has no downside other than the other swords. But it does 8. It does bleed. This is just a better Scotsman Skull Cutter because it does the extra damage without slowing you down.
True.
This would be a decent. I mean, like, it wouldn't be as good as the Skull Cutter for explosive demo, but this would be a decent Demo Knight option. It's not anywhere near as good as the other swords, but like it doesn't necessarily have a penalty. Like it doesn't have a health penalty or damage vulnerability while being equipped. And
I think bleed on a Demo Knight sword is absolutely stupid.
Yeah, it is, but it's still something. And also, it is even better. Like, okay, in the worst case scenario, if you're being healed by a medic, your other weapons are way worse. It doesn't make them inaccessible like the person. Like
that's true. That's true.
So this is still better than the Skull Cutter if you're not being healed by a medic, which you're playing Demo, which you probably are. But okay, I think I'm going to say decent because like this as a Demo Knight sword.
Yeah, but what are you?
It's better than the Claymore, and it's better than the Claymore. It's better than the Skull Cutter, both for full hybrid for full Demo Knight.
Yeah, basically, if you're not using this with another weapon, this is perfectly fine. This is actually better than the sword. Like
honestly, it's better than it doesn't have a health penalty or speed penalty either. So this is better than the Eyelander, unless you manage to get like,
unless you're staying alive for a long period of time, this is better than the Eyelander.
The Eyelander is unmatched, but I'm saying like this doesn't require time to snowball like the Eyelander does, and it does more damage. Like even if they manage to kill you, they're still bleeding, which is harder to get rid of than Afterburn.
That's true.
And unlike the Persuader, it doesn't cut the amount of ammo that your other weapons can have. It just makes them harder, like slower to access. So you can still like, and also they don't have the slower firing speed. So if you actually switch to them, they still work perfectly fine. It's just reloading and switching from them. Wait, and also holster penalties are bugged and don't work. So switching back to the sword is normal Demo Knight sword switching speed. The more I think about it, the more I think this actually be a pretty good option. Because again, it's better for full Demo Knight. It would be better than both the Claymore and the Skull Cutter. I don't know, because that's the Eyelander, and it's not better than the Eyelander outright.
Yeah, but it's on par with it.
If you're going full Demo Knight, the Eyelander is definitely better because the speed boost is...
What would you use with this, though? The Lonkin load?
No, I don't know about that. Okay. Let's think about this in a different way. If you're playing full Demo Knight, the Eyelander is the best. What's under the Eyelander that you would use this over? Obviously the Skull Cutter and the Claymore, but what else? The other Demo Knight swords, there's the Persuader and the half Zatoichi. Unlike the Zatoichi, now the Zatoichi also effectively has no downside, and it heals you on kill. This makes it easier to get kills, but gives you no benefit on kill. So I say it's worse than the half Zatoichi.
That's fair. I say it goes in decent.
For the Persuader, I'd argue it might be better than the Persuader also, because like the Persuader, it gives you like way more charge, but it has no other benefits. Like, okay, I'd say this is on par with the Persuader, better than the Skull Cutter and the Claymore, but not as good as the half Zatoichi or Highlander. So like in the middle, I say it's decent. Like it's in the middle. So
yeah, I agree.
Decent. Also, we're not counting explosive demo in this because no Demo Knight weapons would ever get anywhere.
Exactly.
Okay, we have a Scout primary that looks really freaking cool and has 45 increase in clip size. So what's that? So it's effectively... So, hold on.
Is that 3 or 4?
That's 2. That's 2 or 3 extra shots.
That's 3 because 2 would be 35.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 3 extra shots. So basically, you have 9 shots in the clip, and all debuffs on user last 30% longer.
This is a straight upgrade. This makes no sense not to use.
Just takes the... Okay, so the main thing that's good about the stock scattergun is
that means instead of 8 seconds, it's 12.
Yeah. So the main thing that's good about the stock scattergun is that it allows you to stay in fights for longer than the soda popper because of its higher clip size. This would have the highest clip size of any scout primary, It's basically just a better stock scattergun. Like
This is meta.
This is meta. This would be Scout's best weapon. Because like even the debuff thing, just use the bonk or the mad milk, and then that's afterburn is like the main one you're gonna be coming across. Or you just run to a health pack. Like
Yeah.
This would be meta.
I agree.
Okay. That'd be Scout's best weapon by far. Best primary by far. All right, we have a soldier primary. All receive debuffs, flip into buffs, okay, and down to 35% damage dealt the lower your healer's health is.
What does that mean?
If your healer is at 1 health, you have a 35% damage penalty.
Oh.
But if you're
doing a good job protecting your healer, like you should be, then there shouldn't be a problem.
Also, if you're not being pocketed, like this would
This has no downside.
I think this is decent because like the medic downside can screw you over, but
Yeah.
Which is fairly common.
This is on par with best in slot because if you're not being pocketed, most of the time you're not being pocketed, especially if you're just playing in pubs.
Like okay. So if you're playing in pubs and the medic is just spreading overheal around the team and hasn't taken much damage, this isn't like bad. And also, worst case scenario is 35%. If you're only taking like chip damage, it's like a 10% damage penalty. And also, like, debuff, but then again, like, the upside really isn't all that good.
Yeah, but at least you don't get bleed or anything.
Yeah, you get, also, that's true.
Afterburn.
That's true. If you get set on fire, you don't need the medic.
Exactly.
Huh.
Because it just heals you.
Yeah, I think this would be on par with best in slot, because it is just a stock rocket launcher, but you can't be debuffed, and you need to stay away from medics. So you pair this with the gunboats and the market gardener, it'd be a fantastic roamer weapon.
I agree.
Yeah, this would be this would be meta if that was the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, wait. Hold on, let me bring that back up. This might actually be meta, because, like, if it's a roamer weapon, because if it's a roamer, it's a roamer weapon. So, like, if you're not around with medics, if you're not around a medic, and you can be healed by being set on fire, then you just
this promotes being good at the game because you have to kill the pyro.
Like if you kill a pyro, yeah, if you like, you could seriously just like you could just market garden a pyro, and if he manages to like get 1 particle of flame on you, you have health regeneration for 8 seconds.
Yeah, this is genuinely insane.
This is meta. This would be one of this would be the best rocket launcher for roamer soldier like ever.
And it'd be pretty good for even just regular soldier.
Yeah, and even if you are just playing like just medics, if they just know not to pocket the soldier using this weapon, you'd be fine.
Valve had this.
Yeah. Also, if you get hit by a crossbow bolt or pick up a health pack, it's the same.
Exactly.
Okay, that was pretty good. All right, next up we have a pyro primary. Healing received below 50% health is double, so you basically get 2x healing if you're
okay. I'm liking this.
The weapon can damage but never destroy a building.
Just get it down to 1 health and then hit it with a melee or something.
Like
this has no downside.
You could combo this with the home wrecker.
Exactly. This has no downside.
Okay, healing before base. Wait. It's the. I remember upsides like this on wearer is the default, even if it's not set. So like if you have this equipped, if you're below half health, healing is double. So if you like were to
this is like the best weapon in his kit.
If you like, okay, it would still be like,
yeah,
honestly,
I guess with the greaser.
It is honestly the stock flamethrower. Okay, so here's the thing: if you're being pocketed, this is a straight upgrade to the stock flamethrower.
I would say this is the meta.
If you're being pocketed by a quick fix medic and he pops Uber on you, not only are you basically unkillable unless you get backstabbed or headshot, you could just walk up to a sentry gun and 2-tap it. Like
exactly, because if you have this equipped and you're like running away from like, if you see a sentry around the corner,
yeah,
if you get hit by it and there's a medic a mile away, you can just shoot it with the scorch shot or something.
Yeah, because like you just switch to another weapon and smash. Like switch to the home wrecker. Like pair this with the home wrecker. This is like now not being able to destroy buildings with your flamethrower is a downside.
Yeah,
but you can leave it on
circling it. You can't destroy it. But I mean, you can just switch to your melee
again. Like just use the home wrecker. Like okay, so basically this is like okay. So this is a straight upgrade to the stock flamethrower with the only downside being if you want it. Actually, you don't even need the home wrecker because you leave the building on 1 health.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
So just, yeah, this is a straight upgrade. This would this be the meta though? Because like, The degreaser is definitely better for like comboing, but the stock flamethrower is also still one of Pyro's best weapons.
Yeah, but there's no reason to use it now that this is a straight upgrade.
Yeah, okay. I think
this is meta.
This is meta. This is meta. This is definitely meta. Because even if you're pushing with your team, they'll take care of the sentries too.
Exactly.
And also even if
when are you trying to destroy a sentry by yourself? It's Pyro.
When the medic has no other choice.
Yeah, but I mean like it's very.
And the home wrecker is a much better tool for that anyway.
Exactly.
So, okay.
Soldier secondary. It's a backpack. Healing received below 50% health is doubled. Same thing as the Pyro primary.
15% max
plus
health on wear. Sorry.
Plus 15% max HP on
15
wear.
max health, not 15%. My bad. So you have 215 max health.
Okay, that's pretty good.
20%.
That's like the backup. Plus 20% damage vulnerability when out of combat for 20 seconds or more. This is actually a worse buff banner. I mean, the Italian's backup.
I don't know about that.
It's
okay,
because it doesn't do it's not a banner. It's just a backpack, so it doesn't have the buff.
That's true.
This is a worse version of the Italian's backup. There's no point in using it.
Yeah, if you want extra health, no, the extra healing is good, but
the banner is better because it has the buff.
Yeah, I'd say this is usable but weak. There'd be
this would be good for if you didn't have the battalion's backup, but I mean you can just go on.
But this is the thing also healing,
Crafted.
you have to be healed by a medic. If you're being healed by a medic, the battalion's backup is just better.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, the battalion's backup doesn't have a downside and has team support. This is
okay.
I could see if you, I don't know, because even if you didn't want if you wanted to be healed by a medic, why not just have the 5 more max health? This honestly, this might even be worthless, because in all the cases where you wanted to use this, the battalion's backup would just be better on top of having team support. Again, healing below 50% health is nice, but is that enough that you take 20% more damage for the first hit you take every 20 seconds and no team support? I think this goes the very bottom of usable but weak.
I think it's worthless.
Yeah, okay.
The battalion's backup is just better in every way.
Yeah. Okay, we have
an engineer melee.
I haven't seen one of these yet. Okay.
This weapon has sustained fire via spinning, firing, spinning, firing, or beam, or
What?
something similar to team player. What?
Team player, you spend 50% less metal when upgrading allies' buildings? Move speed while active decreases as you become... Okay.
Wait. What is this weapon has sustained fire?
Via spinning. Okay, so basically it's saying is... I think what this is saying is that if you hold down left click, it's basically infinite swing speed.
Huh. Also, why'd you put this weapon down in question mark?
We put the pyro primary down there because we didn't know what air blast can be charged to create an explosion.
Yeah, I forgot.
Okay, so... basically what this is saying is that it has no cooldown between swings. So basically it's just a better version of the Jag.
Oh, so it's
Yeah, it's continuous, there's no cooldown. So basically it instantly
builds a thing.
Or just shreds someone in melee range.
Okay.
And you spend 50% less metal when upgrading allies' buildings.
So this is a straight upgrade.
Yeah, this is a straight upgrade to the stock wrench because being 15% slow. If you're at 1 health, you're 15% slower. So you're as slow as soldier or demo man when you're at 1 health.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, if we're interpreting this right, this actually is basically instant swing, basically infinite swing speed, and you upgrade friendly engineers.
I feel like this would be game breaking because you can immediately set up your.
Or you get in melee range with a heavy.
Exactly.
This is game breaking. This would be unbelievable to us, dude. All right,
Valve at it.
No, God no. Okay, we have a sniper secondary. So this is like Girardi. You throw so it's water balloons like Girardi basically. Creates a cloud of poison gas that does 8 damage a second to anything within.
Wait a minute. So if the Girardi is, then is this the part?
But like double the miscellaneous ammo charges. What? Duration of debuffs user applies are 30% shorter. Doesn't matter because you can't have Girardi. But double the miscellaneous ammo / charges? Is this saying that like your rifle ammo is doubled?
I guess.
Okay, if this was the only upside, then this would have to go in. No. But like, this is enough of an upside.
But it says the duration of the debuff is shorter.
Alan, this isn't a debuff. This is AOE.
Oh.
So, I'm guessing like we could use like the gas passer as like a template for the cloud.
Okay.
So
that's a pretty big cloud.
Yeah, and then I guess we use like Girardi stats for like the cooldown and throw. So you throw it, it splashes, it creates a cloud that will like drift down. Anyone inside takes 8 damage a second.
How many of these does he have? Because it said it has 3 of them.
It's throw AOE, so secondary. So I'm saying it's like 1. This is like Girardi. I think that this is usable but weak.
Yeah,
like it's a good team support option, but like unlike the Girardi, you have no method of immediately defending yourself. You're giving up Girardi, the SMGs, the backpacks for this. Like this is not like, and also this upside. I don't know what this is. Like, okay, look, for those of you watching, not the question mark is for like, we literally have no idea how this weapon would function. This is a secondary upside, so it's only a good thing. And this is the main function of the weapon, and the downside doesn't really matter all that much. So that's why we're not putting it in question mark. So I think it should go in usable but weak, because
I agree.
Because like you're giving up a lot to run it, and it doesn't do all that much for you. Yeah. So now if you were like threw it on a point, like a control point or something, it would force enemies to go off of it. But like,
does this damage your team?
No. Same with the gas passer, I guess, if it was good. Okay, next up we have a Demo Man secondary, so a sticky bomb launcher. Sticky bombs can stick to enemies and are indestructible while stuck. 10% damage penalty.
This is on par with this.
This is straight upgrade. This is meta. This is the
No,
meta.
it's not quite the meta.
Alan.
Actually, no. If it's in vacuum, yeah.
Alan, it's the sticky bomb launcher with slightly less damage. So like, sticky bombs can do like 100.
Does that mean that they only stick to players?
No, it can. Not that it only, it can. So you can imagine you stick this to a spy and like an enemy spy when he's doing the box trot.
They don't know it.
Like you attach this to the medic,
and it doesn't cloak when they.
Wait, this could be game breaking. This would be game breaking because you just you put them on the medic.
What if you just sat on a point?
No, wait.
What if you sat above somebody and was shooting stickies at them and just didn't detonate them, but it was flying around the map, so your team knew where they were at all times?
No. If you put it, imagine you sticky trap the medic. Like you put stickies on the medic, so whenever someone runs up to the medic, you detonate and kill them both. And a 10% damage penalty on a sticky bomb.
Yeah.
This is completely.
Valve add this.
No, for the love of God,
no,
please
Valve,
don't add this.
You're adding this.
This would be horrid. This is game breaking.
No,
this would be horrid.
100%
You're taking
balanced.
the best weapon in the game and making it even better.
It's more balanced than random crits. Valve add this.
Okay, that's fair. It is more balanced than random crits. Okay, final weapon for this video. Demo Man Primary. Boots. It's boots. 200% increase in air and turning control while charging.
Okay, so this is like
the booties.
No, it's like the man.
Yeah. So while charging though, so you can like turn really well. So you imagine you combine this with the tide turner, you could turn instantly. Heal up to 1 HP per second while out of combat. So if you haven't taken damage, you're healing. Not very much, but okay. Heal damage received is split equally between user and healer. One cannot die before the other.
Oh my god.
Oh no. 90% healing from all sources, 25% less max HP on wearer.
Okay, this is game breaking.
Yeah, the damage received. Yeah. So basically, for those of you who don't know what this does, what this stat does is if you were to basically, for example, you take a headshot, you take 150 damage while you're being healed by a medic, you take 75 and the medic takes 75. Or if you get a fully charged headshot, for example, and that gets split in half. So 450 divided by 2 is 225. So you would take 225 and the medic would take 225. So
you would both die.
No, because they'd be overhealed. Medic, because the demo would be overhealed. So he'd have 260. So the demo would survive, and the medic would take 225, which would normally kill the medic, but it would not kill the medic anymore because you can't die before his pocket does. So he'd be left on 1.
Both 1 HP.
So no, because the medic would be left on 1, and then the demo man would be much higher. So you literally cannot die unless you both get hit the frame you both have 1 HP.
And medic heals passively. So
Yeah.
This would be...
I suppose if you got backstabbed, it would kill you both.
Or a fully charged Machina shot.
I actually don't know about that.
Yes, because it
Hold
does
on.
720.
No, it doesn't. The Machina does 512. So
Fully charged?
yeah, a fully charged Machina headshot does 512. So
that's...
So 150 plus 260 is 410. Okay, so yes, a fully charged... No, wait. Is 410. So that's combined. So divide by 2 is 205. 512 divided by 2. Okay, yes, so a fully charged Machina headshot would kill you both. But that means that the only thing capable of stopping you is a Machina sniper that's going for head... Or a backstab, or a Machina sniper that's going for headshots instead of body shots.
And what Machina sniper goes for headshots?
Exactly. So, and all fully charged ones anyway.
Yeah, game breaking.
Yeah, this is game breaking. The fact that it's almost impossible to kill a pocketed demo man, like unless whether on a Machina headshot or backstab, is kind of busted. The other downsides and upsides don't matter. It just make it more busted. All right, nothing in OP but not game breaking, which. It's funny. There's always that one tier that's completely empty whenever we do this. It's really funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys really like this one and you haven't seen our previous one, be sure to go watch that one. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.